Greetings, welcome to LXF. We're back working on the Claas Lexion 770 TT again. This is my favorite harvester, if I didn't mention that before. Also, I am still sick, so we'll see how long I can last this today. So, yeah, I guess without further ado, let's go over to our ad spot and then jump into the studio, shall we? Brick Prints are a place for custom stickers and custom 3D printed parts. If you like what I do, definitely like what he does. Just custom stickers for my mocks and all other creators' mocks. Make sure to check them out. www.brickprints.com. Take a look around. It's for me. And yeah, enjoy that. And let's go on over to studio, shall we? Oh, there it goes. Took a hot minute for it to load in. Anyways, I think today's plan is to more or less kind of try and build up some stuff down here. Maybe, I don't know. So I would like to get started on some body work. That would be something I would really like to get started on. I guess we can also use this as an overlay, because I think this is showing the white and green divide. You know what I don't have, actually, now that I think about it? I don't think I have any, like, reference. No, I don't. Of course I don't. I am a genius. Hold on. I don't have any reference images for a Claas Lexion 770 TT. Of course I don't. Brilliant. What is my model, actually? Yeah, this one's a bigger guy, so not him. And we have the narrow back end. Not that one. Probably more closer to this one right here. Yeah. Alright. Cool. Now I have reference image. There we go. So yeah, now we can use this to try and actually build some things up. Try and pay attention a little bit to how things are. Hey, it's itchy. Okay. Because, yeah, this black part will be fun. I think that's mostly just going to be tiles put in somehow. And then we'll do the lime green and white bits. Yeah, see these, like, dark panels? I bet these dark panels are masks for stickers. Yeah. Well, technically masks for, yeah, it's definitely the masks for the model name and stuff for in-game. So we're gonna ignore those weird oddities. I guess one thing I should do though is check on this. One thing I almost want to try. Is it in wedges? Yes, it is in wedges. It's like, can we use this part to like any degree? I think we can. I mean, for sure pretty kind of close. Maybe it's not as close as I was thinking. Text, I need that text. That text box is getting in my way. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Now the text box is out of my way. No, it's not quite as... To be about maybe that angle. Yeah, it's still don't think it's really working be as good as it could be. It's definitely an option, but nah, I think it would be best to fill that in with tiles of some sort. And then we'll do the lime green bit. I'm almost tempted to actually start doing the lime green bit now. We haven't even finished a lot of this nonsense either. But that's not helping anything either. Okay, so that needs to be a tile there. And as for the rest of this, yeah, I think a bracket towards the back here. Just try and hide it. Some stuff in the back as much as we can. Okay, if we do that, then we do tile. 1x2 there. My problem is that's getting in the way of actually being able to do that fender bit. I may have to try and do something then for that fender. I don't know. Okay, that's like that, and then tile round. Question: does this little tombstone part come in black yet? No. So we will just be including just a plate round on top there. I mean, as is, yeah, it's pretty square. I almost just slap a plate on top, honestly. I can go ahead and just copy and mirror that to the other side, like that. And those wheels should have plenty to rotate upon. I think I was also thinking last time of pushing them out ever so slightly. Seems like I necessarily need to do that anymore, but yeah. Yeah, back to the body issue. I guess one thing this black definitely needs to be included. That is kind of important. Just wondering, can I fit that in there nicely? Like, would a 1x8 tile be too wide? So 1x8 tile, oh, it is too wide, isn't it? Like, it's not in the middle? It should be. There. You centralized now? There we go. Okay, so I guess it didn't want to centralize itself. Okay. So, yeah, it's off by like a fraction, but we can like do something. We can work around that. That's no problem. And then this body is definitely like a half plate in. So this body is 7 wide. It'd almost be better if it was like a half inwards or something. There's definitely a longer plate that I could put through here. That would support the cab and also help support the body a lot more. I feel like what would be even better right here is like a slope. Slope curved. You, my good sir. Like up higher? It has to be almost like a bracketized up higher. Maybe not. Trying to follow the curve dimension here if we can. Oh. Huh. That looks kind of really close to what we actually need. Would that be a 1x4? No, I feel like that's more closer to like a 1x3. And then put that kind of like that, more or less. What's in between here? 33? No, not 33. Closer to 32. Question though, is that a cheese slope? Upside down cheese slope? Angle basically? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Alright, we can work with that definitely. Okay, with that out of the way, I definitely need to figure out how to connect this to probably back here. One thing that I'm already seeing, maybe? I guess it depends on the alignment here. Oh my goodness. Come on, thank you. It's how it, like, aligned is that? That feels like that's not really aligned. Oh, it's not on the stud. It's still not on the stud. So you could almost do a tile below. I may be able to actually grab onto that. Hold on. I has some ideas. Probably some bad ideas, but some ideas. So it goes like that. Yep. Okay. No, I need to come back around like this, more or less. Or that doesn't even work. Okay. Ground, U, plate, F5. I think it might be a bracket. And then, do I have... I do not have a tile with clip. Oh dang, it's a little too far forward. But I think it's too far forward, but almost half? Ooh, wow, okay. So that is actually, just needs to be a brick. Oh, okay. So if that's like that, I don't think it's a bracket though, but I probably could attach it via a bracket. Oh. If I push that forward a plate, I would be curious if that's maybe too much. Because that may start getting in the way of how things attach here. Let's just put a wall up, I guess is what you call it. You could call it, and just basically tell me where my limitation is. And yeah, my limitation is definitely a lot closer than that. Oh, my limitation's even closer than that. Oh no. Okay, well, let's do some anti-stud work then. I'll probably work around it that way. Ah, oh, dang. Okay, so we need multiple offsets. Okay. I don't think I need a Technic brick now that I think about it. I just need a headlight brick. Need to grab one of those tile rounds again. Then a brick round modified like so. And I guess I gotta go fetch that tile piece, tile clip. Got it modified with the clip. Okay, now we can kind of go about pushing this out. Okay, so that's too far. That's kind of more or less correct. I mean, I'm grabbing onto it. Not by a whole lot, though. I was kind of grabbing onto it by a bit more. Maybe that's good enough. Okay, yeah, no, it's not working either. Not enough room. By how much, though? Quite a bit, actually. Okay. Yeah. So, actually, I could probably do a... Could I do a full brick modified, actually? Now that I look at it? Okay, it would help if this was connected to the ground. There we go. Thank you. How about a full brick modified? Copy near. There to go. Paste. That, then we just gotta modify this bit. It's no problem. There we go. Alright. A few other changes we need to make here. I guess I can't make those. Never mind. No, I think I can make some changes here. No, never mind. Nope. Nope. No, it won't work, actually. 2x6 is too long. And it has to be the 1x5s. Stick out like that. That kind of creates a little bit of a base that I could build off of for the cab and some of the details. Excuse me, my eyes itchy. Got something in it. So that takes care of that. We can delete all that nonsense now. I guess it's the rear here that needs to be added in and modified. So this, if I remember correctly, requires an inversion of plates. I feel like I'm looking all over the place for like the same clip. There we go. Yeah, it's not a super strong connection. I guess I could do clicky hinges. Would be probably even stronger. Like that. There's definitely some stuff I need to do around it, but that'll work for the moment. So we're getting some external shapes going on here too. Try and figure out some of this other small details later. Here's Terry. Hey, hello, welcome. Working on the Claas Lexion. Okay. As for markings, can I actually use this combine as like a... Let's try and overlay the this like diagram on it. Can we do that possibly? Or not diagram. Overlay this kind of right on top of... Oh, buddy. Okay. Yeah, no, that kind of helps me figure out how I need to lay out the bodywork. I guess I need to follow this curve, which I guess we'll do. Got one of those by me that a neighbor uses. Your neighbor has good taste. These Claas Lexion 770, the TerraTrack versions, are my favorites. I love the look of these things so much. The white, it's mostly, okay, how am I gonna do this? So I do need to offset it. I guess for the moment, it doesn't matter how my connection kind of goes. So it doesn't need to necessarily be a strong connection. It needs to be a connection. Yeah, I guess it's not that. Could use a brick connection too, or like bracket. Technic brick, you my good sir. Hey, bracketize out the wall, the body. I mean, that's gonna be difficult to fill in. It's a little closer, actually. Might be about as close as we can get, really. Without having too many issues. So was that, or just a plate a bit closer? You know what? Yeah, let's undo. Just doing a simple bracket There we go. Simple bracket over was probably good enough. Won't be as wide as it's supposed to be, because it's almost like a bracket, and then you put like a... Actually, I know exactly how to do this now. Hold on. I know how this can be achieved now. I literally just said it's almost like a bracket. Probably because it literally is almost just a bracket. Yep. Nailed it. Okay. The studs I can see. So, okay, so I need to actually have that just be a brick back there. I'm trying to think now. Yeah, no, that is basically if I did... Well, I did the Technic connector... No, Technic brick, sorry. With the bracket. That, like, double offset. This one, please. Thank you. Yep, a double offset is just enough. Alright, well, sweet. Although, I'm thinking I need to do it upside down. Build this whole section more or less kind of upside down. Tile. I could probably do a cheese slope there. Not feeling it. Yeah, no. Oh, I guess that fills it in actually really well. Okay, we'll go with that then. And then almost right off the bat, we gotta basically go right back up. I think I'm gonna, whoops, that is not merged in like I would kind of like. Okay, so it looks like I might have to use a bracket. No, what's closer? Would it be a cheese slope that's closer? Not really, actually. It'd probably be more, actually not even that one looks like close. Yeah, okay. I guess, I think back to square one. We just go back to this guy. For this. Push him forward just a little bit, I think. That'll be good enough for their... thing I'm also thinking is, how do I... Yeah, because this sticks out way too far. This makes that white border way too far. That also doesn't look nice. Okay. Multiple troubles? Yeah, up, and then I need a bracket that faces downwards. Kinda like that. How did I do this on my old one, actually? Oh, I used a wedge plate on my old one. Oh, okay. I was hoping for mostly fully smooth sides, but probably doing a wedge plate wouldn't be a total bad idea. Sorry about that. I had to mute myself for a second. Sneeze. I would have liked to have this bottom part more flushed out, honestly. But I don't have like 3 long slopes. You have these 4 long slopes, which I don't think are helping anything else either. Yeah, not really. I guess I have basically 2 options. Option A, I have a little bit of jaggedness go here. Option B, the white section just kind of gets extended a little bit. I don't think is terrible. Basically how big it would become. Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. The only difficult part is how this is wanting to sit currently. I could swap that out there. That even pushes. How far back is? Oh my goodness, that's so far back. Yeah, that pushes it way back there. Again, I don't think it's terrible. I would like a more accurate size, but I don't. The current pieces available in Lego, I think this is also available in white, right? Yes, it's available in white, but it's not available in lime, which actually kind of is a problem because it's not exactly the same dimension as these guys. Which I guess is what leads us into, I guess, a new whole issue. That'll be connected there. This one just needs to be bracketized downwards a little bit. And then when we do the lime section, we have to line things up there. Which adds so many difficulties. But we have a large empty body to which we can do all kinds of shenanigans in order to get things connected in decent enough ways. Yeah. Currently this is the only mount for this like almost entire thing. I definitely need more than just that. That's not what I want. Copy, paste. Give me a bracket here as well. Copy, paste. Right. And this does work up that way, so I might want to go back to normal upright building for that top part. That's probably just more or less an arch, isn't it? Yeah, it pinches in basically right above this plate line. If I did like tile modified, I want to say. I guess I also need to like hook in the pipe, the thing. Why my brain is not thinking of it? I need to have a connection point for that. Brain is not braining currently. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to squish that up. Some of these shapes are just a little too fine to be able to be done in Lego in a decent manner. I'm also thinking, because I am mental in several ways, to try and put a Technic brick there, and I'm now trying to think of how in the world would I put a Technic brick right there. Can't grab one of those Technic bricks because it's inside the body. Technic brick would be best. Buddy, that's real close to where it needs to be. I think that might be the best answer right there. Do 1x5s come in white? By 5. Do you come in white, my good sir? Yes, you do. You don't come in lime, though. Brick. One of those there, and a 1x1 there. There we go. Now I have a connection point sitting there. I would like to fix this, though. And I need to get a tile modified. Inverted, thank you. Right there. Perfect. That'll be my white patch on the side. I just gotta get this wedge plate hooked in now, I guess. That is the next problem that needs to be solved. Let's hide the main 3D model here real quick, and we'll, I guess, try and kind of build that in. Shouldn't take too much work. That there. Copy, paste. There we go. That should hold on to that pretty securely. Not really worried about it. And probably 1x5 on the inside. Yep, 1x5 on the inside. Cool. Question, does that just align? Yes, it does. I think it's, I have to just put like a regular brick modified on here. It's not actually a bracketized, basically. I am remembering my measurements. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Sweet. So we have that. So now, more or less, well, I would say copy and paste it, but we can't really do that with how it's sitting currently. Okay, copy mirror. Plop that down. There's two sides to our combine so far. Two sides for our combine. I still got to get this mounted in somehow. Okay, so that's up high, which means light brick rounds? Brackets. Okay. There we go. Now it's in place. So a lot of this, let's just select by color. A lot of this should be just black. And then, of course, we will go over this patch of stuff and make it white. That's what that color patch should be. Sweet. We are kind of getting somewhere. I'd like it more once I get the rear of this mounted on as well, or designed up. The rear is something I didn't have in my original build. So sweet. We have our white patch now. Now it's time for the lime section. Okay. So some of this we can kind of take advantage of what we already have. I just put a, excuse me, I would like to put a 2x3 plate like right behind you. Thank you. Oh, why that's so difficult. Mount that there and make it lime. Boom, first patch of lime. Hide that, delete that. Paste it over top of the other side. And it wants to be awkward, stop doing that. There we go. First patch of lime. Sweet. Now it's just a matter of filling in all the other nonsense here. I don't think these come in lime, do they? No. So we gotta use the old ones. These do come in lime. Okay, move up. There we go. Perfect. Now there's a lot of fun things we have to do here. A lot of complicated shapes. You might have to live with a gap right there. Yeah, it has to go like that. Is it? Oh, those are different angles. Okay, so we're gonna have to replace some of those with the old types in white. Okay, so it's a slightly different angle, but that's interesting to know. Yeah, there's only so far we can move this forward. So part of this is gonna have to be on... Wow. Wow. There might be a little more silliness that goes on with this. Because of some of the areas that things fit. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want to grab the whole entire thing. I just saw that move. I want to move what I have here. Okay, yep. That's moves that all, shuffles that all back. Jeez. I do believe also it needs to be these pieces. Oh, not even those pieces. Wow. You don't come in lime. How about the 1x6? That's pretty dang close. but it doesn't come in line. Dang. Doesn't come in line. Okay, that sucks. That this 1x6 piece doesn't come in line yet. Yeah, now I don't know what to do with myself. That's like almost perfect for that bottom slope, but it doesn't actually isn't available yet. Oh, dang. And then it seems like I need to put at least one more of these in here. Okay, well. Not quite actually. That basically bottoms out. We'll definitely have to make some corrections. Because I believe this right here is hitting on this bar right here. I could also do some test building too, because there may be some ways we can do stuff. Without it hitting, or maybe just pinches in enough. Hopefully. Questionably. There's definitely going to be a heavy use of brackets through here. Question, does that bracket come in line? No. No, it does not. Sorry, I had to pause there for a second and walk over at my dogs. My dog's making, I guess, ripping noises? Kind of afraid he's going to vomit. Yeah, I guess, you know what would help? What actually comes in line? Oh, all these brackets come in line. Interesting. I'd rather not have this gap here, though. We already have a bracket right here. Ugh. It's not helping anything. I guess I just need to hope that one of the longer brackets like this guy or something comes in line at some point in time. I can have a nice, beautiful lime combine. Round. No, it doesn't fit in there. Yeah, that doesn't fit though. It sucks so much. I need that long slope. It smooths out that wedge so well. I mean, one thing I could do is maybe use... okay, so it's not a 1x8. More like a 1x7, isn't it? Try and nicely do that wedge, but then we're going to have like a lot of gaps kind of like trying to follow that bottom line here. Something like that. Nope. Out one more. There we go. that. That drops down just a little bit and continues outward. Question though, is that just basically a... Oh wow, that is almost an entire wedge tile. Do these come in lime? Yes, they do. Perfect. Okay, good. We'll definitely use that then. There's a fun part that comes out the bottom. There's a lot of stuff back here going on. There not being a 1x6 wedge tile in lime really puts a hamper in my fun. It doesn't work. Does this tooth come in lime? It does. So like, could build this part. Come on, go inside. Thank you. Build this part upside down. Also, I think I need to double it up by 6, and then the 1x1 down there. Oh, you know what? I just thought about it. I was like, I could use wedge plates, but I was like, wait a minute. I need a smooth part for that sticker. I guess I could put a tile on top for the moment. Big cough. You okay, dog? Not actually sure if I want to use a giant wedge plate or not, honestly. Didn't seem like it was actually working super well. It's gonna be so gappy though. It's the only thing that annoys me. This is gonna be so gappy. Just to try and like fit along there. I find out that 1x6 wedge piece comes in lime, I am making changes to this model. It is needed. That's not what I want. Stop grabbing onto that, please. Okay, so that's on there, more or less. One by fives do not come in lime. And I believe we have to use these along the back end? Not quite, actually. Wedge plate, 1x4. Yeah, that's a lot more like it. Which cuts into this. This is not, there's some unevenness going on here. This may involve a lot of blocking type building to get things filled in. There's little individual pieces that basically make the whole. Because that's definitely not a two-stud. Yeah. Yeah, it's at least, that's at least a plate thick right there. Yeah. By 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. I guess a tile. Like that kind of fills in that bit decently well. Right, there we go. Yeah, and I don't think that is exactly, no. So I gotta use a bracket and stuff. Kind of try and fill this in. There's a lot of nonsense to get this all filled in. That. It's kind of more filled in. That needs to be a plate with something going on. Actually, that probably just needs a bracket, doesn't it? Yeah, there's gonna be, there's a oof, there's a lot of nonsense going on back there. We can hopefully work out something. Those aren't touching. As long as they aren't touching, they're fine. That maybe can hopefully be wedged in there, especially if I did like a single one. Guess that'll need some testing to double check on that. Tolerances of it, for sure. I really need that wet slope. That 1x6 slope. It's coming lime. It's coming lime so bad. It doesn't even come in like any greens. Bricklink, tell me. Yeah, that's I don't think there's any information or news about it coming in lime at all, like at any time soon. I guess with new sets, I need to keep my eye out, like it coming in lime. It's too perfect. And it frustrates me that it doesn't come in lime. Oh, and this also kind of frustrates me too. That it doesn't really fit in there too well due to well, a lot of other shapes kind of causing problems. Yeah, that's not good. A big gap right here. Okay, I don't think I can shove a tile in here. No. tile. We could probably live with it being like that, maybe? Questionably? Oh, that little tiny gap right there. Ugh. Such a tiny little gap. Oh, there's a gap there too. Gaps everywhere. Oh. Of course doesn't fit because reasons and other nonsense that upsets me. I don't think there's no center hole, so this could technically slide over. Like that. Still such a gap right there. Oh, you know what? That is actually merging with this. Why are you merging? Oh, because this is actually down inside of it. I think I gotta hinge this a little more. Why are you hinged? Hey, you're broken. Boink! Right on in there. Kind of adjust it. Be where it needs to be. Now this should adjust downwards. There we go. Okay, well, at least fixes something. We still have the nonsense of inside to deal with. Not even sure what I could use to actually connect up to this part. So I could connect up to it maybe with a neck bracket. There is this skinnier neck bracket which might be able to fit in there. Questionably. Minifig, bodywear. What was a skinnier one? I don't think this is the skinnier one. No. That's the skinnier one. Still doesn't fit in there. Like opens. I mean, I could just like pull that up ever so slightly so it's not like fully down. Bright green. Oh, that stands out so much now. And of course the slope doesn't also come green, which upsets me because if it did come in lime green, it'd be so perfect. I'm just gonna have to leave that as is like that. a little bit of bright green, and it's going to annoy me unless I can figure out a way to hide it. Yeah, there's a lot of nonsense that is going to start happening on the inside to get a lot of this connected together in any way possible. Alright, file, save. And yeah, unfortunately, I think that's going to be more or less it for today again. I'm going back downhill. We do want to at least copy and mirror what we have done to the other side. A little bit chunky, but yeah. Startings. Let's hide the reference image. Startings to the Claas Lexion. It'll definitely look a lot better once we have the rear on and bulk out some other bits. I'm pretty sure. Now, I guess it's not an arch anymore for whatever reason. It's now considered a slope curved. This guy. Yeah, pretty great option. The slope that is right here. Yeah. I guess it's a little sharper here. It also indents a little bit. So we can like suck it in. Like that. Yeah. That'll look pretty sharp. The other side, at least nicely enough. It's just like there's a longer side of this. Like that. Or we have to do something here. Either have to square this up or figure something else out. Might be a matter of squaring it up. Just for simplicity's sake. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to having my all-time favorite combine together. I love this thing. Cannot wait to have a designed up model of it. The tiny Claas Lexion. I'll have to build this for myself pretty quickly as well. If I can. Because I desire this little boy. Anyways, yeah, like I said before, I kind of got sidetracked. I'm going to go rest for a bit more. And yeah, hopefully over this weekend I can recover and we can kind of go back to how things normally last. I think we will, though. I don't think I have to visit a doctor. Maybe I will. We'll see how my weekend goes. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy your weekend. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day / evening, depending where you're around the world. Take care, stay healthy, and yeah, try not to be sick. Thanks for tuning in. And yep. Bye-bye.